This is a video response to Sameolji's video on classes and levels. The thing about classes is that they can be good and bad. They certainly offer some advantages. For example, if you're a newer player, they can give you a template, a build, so that you don't make a terrible build when you don't know the game and you're still learning the mechanics. And they can also give you an idea of what kind of powers and abilities you're going to be using frequently within the game. If the person has never played before and they go to create a character, they're not going to really have much idea on what the parameters are and what they can do. So someone helping them would likely say to them, well, what would you like to do in the game? Do you want to swing a big axe and bash things, or do you want to throw lightning bolts around, or do you want to sneak about? And by giving those class descriptions, the person is better able to make an informed choice. So they certainly can be helpful that way. Now, on the flip side, I think as a disadvantage, classes can be restrictive, like G says, but a character is a character. They do much more than just their class abilities. I would say that in about 75% of the time that I'm gaming, the particular class abilities never come into play. It's only during certain situations. So what class you're labeled as, it only has a bearing on the game for a small percentage of the time you're actually playing the game. So don't get too hung up on classes. As far as levels go, levels are just sort of an abstract way of measuring what kind of abilities you want to bring to bear in combat. A trap is still going to be a trap, whether it's a low-level party or a high-level party. But maybe after a while you get tired of fighting goblins and orcs, and you say, I want to start fighting frost giants and storm giants and red dragons or whatever. And so you just choose to do that. So levels are just a way of sort of setting that tone, if you will. They can also have an impact on the types of stories you do. If you're low level, then you're going to be doing lesser quests that generally affect less of the world, and higher level quests affect more of the world. But those are really all choices the players can make, and in my experience, most players prefer to play low-level characters simply because the high-level characters feel too superhero-y. So I guess to sum up, I'd say that while I used to have some reservations with classes and levels, now I just kind of accept them as a lesser part of the game. They're really not that important. And I certainly think you're doing yourself a disservice if you choose not to play a system simply because it has classes. I do think developers could probably do more to make classes more expansive, but how many powers can you write? You have to set a number of pages. You have to draw a limit at some point. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Hope you found that useful. Just want